everybody fighting for? Why can't people help people? That's the question.
Oh my God, there's people helping people!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another amazing episode of People Helping People. We're back in studio, and dang, does it feel good. Finally, back in my safe space, my comfort zone, got the headphones on, and as you can see, I got different headphones on because I lost the cord to the other headphones during our traveling endeavors. And thank you guys for all sticking with us while we were traveling from Oregon, from place to place in Oregon. My sister's beautiful wedding, it was absolutely incredible. And you guys, we as People Helping People, as a collective, as a community, have raised over $1,200 for these kids thus far to go to Camp AZDA. This one's for you. $1,200. Amazing. I'm just so blown away with the amount of support and love and everything that this endeavor has brought us. You know, it's been something so special. And I'm just so grateful for everything that we have going on right now, and things that are on the horizon are so exciting. And we're not stopping. You know, this is just the beginning. So I hope everybody had a beautiful weekend. What is it, Wednesday already? My days are getting so convoluted. It's been a wild few days of travel, wild few days of all kinds of stuff. But we're back home. We're settling back in, and we are making moves. And before we bring on our incredible guest today, I'm so excited for today's episode. You guys are not going to be disappointed. It's so good. Before we bring on our guest today, we're going to be talking about, hold on just a moment here. Oh, you know what? Let's go to the comments. Rich Legend. Welcome to the show, brother. He says, good evening to all. Hope you had a good and preferably happy day. We did. Today was a beautiful day. Just getting things unpacked and reorganized over here. And it's been great. And Tracy Ward is here. She says, we are here. So proud. Yeah. Welcome in. I know she's really excited for our guest today as well. So you know what? I'm not going to waste too much time. I just want to mention our sponsors real quick, and we'll dive into that a little bit later in the show. T-Town Boxing is a sponsor of today's episode. Mike Silkowski is a sponsor of today's episode. Shout out to those guys, and we'll dive a little bit deeper into that later in the show. And if it's your guys' first time here with People Helping People, this is a live show. We are live right now, so get involved in the conversation. Leave us some comments and some feedback, and we get to everybody's comments and everything during the show. So get involved in the conversation. That's what makes this show exciting. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we have an incredible guest for you guys today. He is patiently waiting in the background, and I'm really excited to have him on for multiple reasons. There has been something in my life that I held near and dear, It was an event for our family from time to time, and we would go to Blockbuster Video or a video rental store and pick the movie that we get to watch that night or the game that we get to or play that night. And there's so much nostalgia when talking about that, when talking about how we used to come together and all the kids would jump in the vehicle and we go and have this full-fledged experience. And the individual that we're having on the show tonight has kept that nostalgia, has kept that business and the love for that feeling alive. And I am so excited to have him on the show today. So ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Martin Solano. Welcome in.
Guys,
How are you, brother?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Glad to be on the show. I've been looking forward to this since you talked to me about it earlier.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm so excited to have you on. And, you know, as I was telling the people before we brought you on here, that there's so much nostalgia and so many incredible memories of us going to the video stores to pick out the movies, grab the popcorn, get the candy, bring it back and watch it as a family. And it was such an event at the time. And so you have kept this this nostalgic business alive. You've kept this going for the community of McMinnville. And I just want to tip my hat to you because that's something so incredible.
Thank you very much. Thank
That's
you
for
very
you,
much.
brother. It's nice having a full symphony of people clapping for you.
Right.
But for the people that don't know, go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Martin Solano. I live here in beautiful McMinnville, Oregon. I help own and operate and try to keep alive a video store, the Real Hollywood Video. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a facilitator, a connector of people. I love music, have a huge family music background, have a small movie family background. And thanks to my awesome girlfriend, Jessie, helping us navigate the seas of keeping physical media alive.
Shout out, Jesse. We love you over here. Absolutely. That is so great, man. And yeah, so the Real Hollywood Video, it is a beautiful, such a cool thing to keep in the ecosystem of the world. Because like I said, it's got such a feeling to it. And I'd like to know where the love for video stems from for you.
Well, I was raised with music and movies in my family. My dad being a musician and lots of my family members musicians with their own bands. I had an aunt who did a lot of editing on movies, worked for Gus Van Sant, and I got my foot in the door working with Kelly Baker on a couple small feature films in Portland. I worked for McMinnville, Tualatin Valley Community Access with my step grandma, and that gave me a love and a passion for working with the camera. I now work with McMinnville Community Media, MCM Channel 11. I'm on the board of directors there as well, trying to do whatever we can to bring entertainment to the people. And the video store, I actually have a movie theater background. One of my first jobs as an usher at the video store that I later started working for, for the movie theaters. I started working for Starplex's Cinemark, opening up and closing movie theaters from here to Nebraska and Texas, and moved back to Oregon. Thank goodness, love Oregon.
Yeah.
And started renting movies again. That was one of my favorite pastimes growing up as a kid, sitting Indian style in the horse section, seeing which one was going to scare me the most, or the times bringing them home with a stack of movies, or sitting with my dad when I visit him to watch movies with him and my little brother, and a lot of great movie memories. And I just wanted to keep that passion alive, whatever it took, to continue on that feeling for other family members and other people who need that in their lives. Movies are needed. It
Yeah.
brings us, it's an escape, whether it be a good song or a good movie or rekindling a memory. It's so important to keep that alive. And I stumbled across that to keep this video store alive with Jessie. Her father started the store in 1985.
Wow.
Her mom later took over the store, and she was ready to throw in the towel when I met them. I could talk to their daughter to go into business with me. We found a location here in Mac, and we've been trying to keep the sucker rolling. We've been 13 or 14 years under our jurisdiction, but the store is celebrating its 40th year of entertaining McMinnville this year.
Come on.
And
Come on.
it ain't getting any easier.
Yeah. Yeah. What is some of the hardships that come with the video store? I mean, having something like that open.
Well, hardships. There's plenty of them. The
Yeah.
internet kicked in. There was Redbox and Netflix, and Redbox. I knew wasn't going to last very long because DVDs scratch so darn easy. I wish everybody would go Blu-ray. Blu-ray has a scratch-resistant layer. I just rub off so I have to buy chemicals and sandpaper and a different machine to constantly clean movies all day long. And at Redbox, you didn't have that person in that little box. And with the limited amount of movies, and if you complained about a scratch disc, they just sent you a coupon for another scratch disc movie. And so not only did we try to provide a non-skipping movie for you, but the variety of movies that we can give to you. So we have over 20,000 movies and growing every week. There's some other video stores still running around. There's like 3 in Portland still, the mecca of all video stores, Movie Madness. Just the other day, I sent a customer over there. I didn't have a movie they were looking for. So it's like, oh, here's another option, another video store that you can go that probably will have your movie since I don't have it. So
Nice.
it kind of stumbled in my lap, just renting movies and knowing that they were going to go out. And I'm like, well, I have a movie theater background. Maybe we can make this work.
Yeah, I love it, man. And it is such a cool feeling walking into your store. I mean, you have it set up exactly how I remember video stores. And I feel like you've really built it out to be something that just completely embodies and embraces that old nostalgic feeling of going to the store to rent movies. Now, do you guys specialize in specific movies? You said 20,000 and counting.
Right.
But do you have like which ones do you pick to put on display, and how do you go about doing that?
Well, we have a good chunk of our store dedicated to new releases, movies that came out within the last 6 months. And then I have a shelf that what came out this week. And then the other half of the store are the older titles. Then after 6 months, they're prior releases to us. And that collection is fairly huge. Our store is kind of small. So we have binders that have all the other original covers. And when the shelves get full from movies leaving new release or older movies new to my store every week, I have to pluck through and thin out the racks because they get pretty full. But that feeling is still there of going inside the video store and smelling the fresh popcorn and seeing when you're younger, those racks of movies went to the ceiling. It was just a huge, overwhelming amount of movies. So I try to still keep that feel of walking into the video store for a little kid to see the mountainous racks of all the movies and that feel of, look, Mom, look at this one, or, oh, I didn't know this one. And, but there's been a lot of things that have impacted the store to keep it harder to keep running. A lot of stores have gone out. I mentioned Netflix and the other streaming services, but it's gotten a little easier for us because of that lately. HBO, Cinema, Disney, Netflix, you have to sign up for all these stations, pay a monthly bill. They might have your movie, and if they have your movie, you might end up having to pay even more to see the movie you want. Or you can just come to the video store, get the physical copy, no commercials, stop it, watch it on your own leisure, hand it to a friend, send it to the kid within their kid's room, or however you want to do it. It's that nostalgia feeling that others want to share with their kids, or they remember when they were younger, and it helps them feel at ease. It's an escape. I see people come in on holidays often, either to get away from that aunt or uncle during Thanksgiving. They're just walking down, and guess who's open? the video store,
Yeah.
or maybe they want to go down with their aunt and uncle to rekindle that old memory of going into the store. So I'm seeing more younger couples come in wanting that physical media rather than having that digital copy might be removed from online. So it's getting harder to see what you want without having to pay a substantial amount of money for all the different sources of for movies through all the different places. So having the video store is very beneficial for those folks here in McMinnville.
Yeah.
I hear people brag that, oh, we have a video store. They're like, what?
Yeah.
So that's kind of a neat thing. We're a rare breed still.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And to be able to pass that on, because I think so many people in our age range and older, they do hold on to that feeling of being able to go to the store, to the video store and rent, and to be able to pass that on to the younger generations, like you said, having those kids and grandkids coming in with their grandparents and parents. And it's just like yeah, it's a window into their childhood.
Right,
And
right.
to keep that alive is so great. It is so great.
So to answer your question, there's not really one genre or one section we rent out the most of. Sometimes during Christmas, it's the Christmas movies, and Halloween, it's the Halloween movies. And during the sci-fi UFO fest that we have here in McMinnville, the sci-fi section rents out a lot. We also host the Sci-Fi Film Festival
Oh,
every
cool.
year. And
Let's
that's
dive
been
into that.
what's that?
Well, let's dive into the Sci-Fi Film Festival.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, tell
There
me
was
about
another
that.
video store in town called Movie Time, run by Dan and Nancy, and they were great people. It was like I said, I send customers to Movie Madness in Portland if I don't have the movie, but it was nicer when I had the other video store in town. I just send them down the street, and they returned the favor many times. It was a good co-op that we had. Unfortunately, they didn't stick around, but they started the UFO Film Festival.
Oh, wow.
They also started the Short Film Festival, which has exploded. McMinnville Short Film Festival has gone huge, but they have a lot of money backing all that and a lot of different, a whole board. We don't have that. It's just me and Jesse. They asked us if we would like to take over the UFO Festival,
Mm.
and we were like, "It's strange. It's weird. It's different. Bring it."
Yeah.
That's all. Jesse's from Portland, and I'm a weird guy. Let's do some weird stuff.
Yeah.
So, uh, got our hands on that. We changed the name to the Sci-Fi Film Festival to get a broader amount of entries in, and that exploded huge after we joined Film Freeway. So now we get entries from literally around the world. Almost every country every year sends us. It was like 900 this year, over 700 last year entries. So that's a lot to sift through. We try to make it family friendly, so we have stipulations we send it through. So sometimes I'm watching a film that's entered and it doesn't meet. I had too many cuss words or there's some nudity, and so you have to kind of sift through. Like, oh, you had such a good film, but we can't use it because of this or that. So it's a lot of work. It's weeks and weeks of sifting through stuff, and then I have a panel of judges. I spread them out and say, okay, here's the movies that are chosen to be shown. What ranking are they? And that's kind of a fun part. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of editing.
Yeah.
As you know, editing is very strenuous.
Yeah. So time consuming. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. So how does that work after you have you have this huge sifting process, right? So you break down hundreds and hundreds of movies. You've watched them all. Some make the cut, some don't. Let's say you have your final X amount of movies. You have the panel there. Now, do they have certain stipulations that they're judging on? Are there like 3 sections, 5 sections, or how are they judging those movies?
well, like I said, our stipulations are family friendly. So you
Sure.
got 15 minutes or less. We have had movies in the past that were just so good and they're like a half hour long, and the rules technically say you can enter 2 entries. So in the past, on those really great ones we want to share, we've cut it into part 1 and a part 2. Now only one part 1 or part 2 can be a winner of first, second, or third place, but there's other guidelines. We have a whole sheet of guidelines, but basically breaking it down to, can you watch this with grandma and the 6-year-old watching these? We used to do it at Third Street Pizza. They kind of allowed us into their theater, and it was a good fit. Unfortunately, they closed down, And a couple years ago, we decided to kind of spread it out. We did some comedy stuff with the UFO Festival in a bar. We took over a spot at the library and did some showings there because it was close to Third Street. That's where all the action is during the UFO Festival. It was really easy before to drag people into the theater because they're looking for something else to do, or they want to sit down for a minute and sit down in the theater. Unfortunately, the theater's not there. And then one of the stipulations, sorry to backtrack a little bit, was that we weren't able to put it online. So it was just viewers only in the theater for whoever came out to see them. Then COVID hit. Then you couldn't go into the theater. Then their stipulation was only online. And now it's online and in person. So that's helped us a lot to reach out to a lot of other viewers out there. And it's been really great to hear the responses from all around the world about their short films, or they're happy to see their film, or they show us a picture of their trophy that they finally got sent to them. Or so there's a lot of work that goes into it. I've thought many times maybe we should try to hand it off to somebody else because we don't make any money on it. It costs me money and a lot of time. But again, just like the video store, I'm not in it for the money. I knew going into it, it wasn't a money making thing. It's definitely something of passion. And to see other young filmmakers out there to be able to have their art shown is a huge thing. I remember when I was younger wanting that feeling of, what if I make a short movie? How can I get that seen without paying the millions of dollars or going through Hollywood? And so here's another opportunity for you to share your art and have it be seen around the world. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Really
So the passion keeps that going.
Yeah, I love that. And it's a labor of love, you know. It
Right.
sounds like and a lot of people in the world never find anything that makes them tick. And it seems like you found all these things that make you tick, and they fuel you, you know. And maybe it seems like too much work sometimes, but at the end of the day, it's like you've got a lane that's great and it's fueling you. So I was so glad to hear that. And if people wanted to get involved with sending their videos in for this festival, how would they
Mhm.
go about doing that?
On our website at Real Hollywood Video, RHV MAC stands for Real Hollywood Video, McMinnville.com, our website, or you can just look up video store, and there's only a few that come up. Real Hollywood will be one of them. On our site, there's a link to submit your films. I think we opened the floodgates. I don't remember. February, maybe. We opened the floodgates to let people entries in, and then we let them know if they've made the cut and such. And then we go through editing and show them in May.
Nice. Very
So if
nice.
they want to submit that, they can shoot us a line on our email or on our website, or wait till we announce that the floodgates are open and go ahead and send your film in at that point.
I love it. I just put into the comments here, realhollywoodvideo.com, or again, as he said, you can go to Google and just type in video rental store in McMinnville, and they'll pop up.
Yeah.
That's great. And we have a bunch of people in the comments here rooting for you here, Martin. We got Tracy Ward in the house.
Tracy!
We love you out there. Thanks for joining us. We got Rich. He says, good evening, Martin, and welcome.
Hi, Rich.
And we have, Tracy says, biggest gumball machine.
Right. Right. My girlfriend's father, who started the store, he bought this gumball machine in Vegas, and we've been keeping it going since. I just stocked it with new gumballs the other day. It is the largest, I say in the Northwest, because that's as far as homework I've done. There was one in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, that I heard was a huge gumball. I had to go check it out. I brought my measuring tape, and it's slightly smaller. So I can definitely say the largest in the Northwest, at least. Gumball machine.
That's great. What a cool item. Yeah. So if anything, go check out the gumball machine. Go get yourself a gumball. Check out the store. What other things do you offer inside of the store there?
Well, we sell a lot of local stuff. I have a kid who does art, these little teeny tiny art, and they make a little stand, and it's cute. My mom sold stained glass out of there. My sister started her own baking company, and we sell her stuff out of there as well. There's another gentleman in town who makes salsa, rocker salsa. There's the punk rocker and smoking hot, and I want to be. They're delicious. They're made out of peanuts. A salsa out of peanuts. It's like a hummus consistency. It's delicious. So we sell that at the store as well. We also sell a local guy's comics. He makes comics. He sells them in Portland and our store. I heard that he might be getting published. So that's kind of neat that we have niche in that. So we sell his comic books, some jewelry, some painting. Customers bring us stuff all the time. I sell another lady's caramels that she makes locally. I just try to keep everything local. What's a staple to McMinnville. We sell local beer. I got our beer license recently, and so there's breweries in town. I try to incorporate them. That way, if people come to McMinnville, we're like, oh, here's something different from McMinnville. The salsa, the beer. I went to see the biggest gumball machine. So all these memories and all these things that can remind you of the coolness that McMinnville brings.
Yeah, I love that, man. And that is so cool that you are kind of having an eclectic shop there of, like you said, everything that makes McMinnville. And if people wanted to, if they had an item in the area and they wanted to sell an item or pitch you the item, is there a possibility of that? Or are you seeking these out as you're downtown and seeing little things, or how does that work?
They all come to me.
Nice.
I had a kid come in one time with candy machines. He said his dad was in the car and he wanted to set up a candy machine in there. And I said, well, let me talk to your dad about the logistics of it. And he says, no, they're mine. And this is a teenager, a little entrepreneur, a youngster just trying to, and just going to it. I'm like, oh, this is you? Bring it in. Bring it in. He gave me a little cut. I didn't even ask what my cut was right at the bottom. I was like, okay, this kid's going to start. I have an extra corner. I don't have a candy machine already set up. I mean, I sell candy too, but little quarter machines. So the kid grew up and went to college, and he said to me, I'm going to take the candy machines out and sell them. I'm done doing the thing. I went, really? Weren't you making a good dollar out of it? He goes, yeah, but I'm moving away and I don't have time to go all the businesses and collect and take care of them and fill them up. I go, well, I'll buy the machine from you. So now I'm restocking his machine and using it as mine, but it helped him a little bit along the way for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. That's amazing, man. I mean, to be able to have an established business like that and give somebody of that age the opportunity is really commendable, because
Right. And like I said, the little kid that makes the paintings, it's just adorable that they're out there sharing their art. So if anybody has anything in McMinnville that they want to share, I'm sure we can make something work. I get a lot of eyes that come through my store for sure.
great. Yeah. So yeah, if anybody wants to reach you too, where would they go?
You can reach us on our email or our website. There's a link where you can contact us as well.
Great.
It's fairly easy, or you can just come in. Myself or Jesse are there every single day.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And you also, to kind of pivot here, you have events that you have at the actual Hollywood Video. You want to dive into that a little bit?
Sure. Video store's hard to keep going, so you always got to diversify and get more creative. Make people think what's going on at the video store this week. We've had outdoor sales like crazy. Set up the canopy and put up racks outside, so when people drive by, they're like, "What's going on?" They have movies outside on racks. We've had a helicopter in our parking lot once. Jerry Tremble, who owns he does classes for helicopter and plane lessons. And I thought, how cool would that be during the UFO festival? We get so many people out of towners come in to help promote his business as well as an eye pull at my store. So I had my friend, Jason Freebird, shout out to him, cool guy, bring his trailer, his concrete trailer, and we loaded up the helicopter and drove down 3rd Street, like, hey, we got a helicopter, and parked it in the parking lot at the video store. And we set up Jerry Tremble's sign, get your lessons at this place. And people stopped by like, what the heck did they got a helicopter at the video store? Brought more eyes there. I was asked for years for people, can we do music in your place? But it's a video store. It's not meant for acoustics, and it's not really the bar atmosphere to where you want to sit down and enjoy that. These kids come in, brought up the idea of doing a punk show, and I was kind of humming and hawing about it, and we might be able to make that one work. They don't care about the acoustics. They just, the background of the video store kind of would add to their feel. And so we got that set up, 4 bands. This was just a couple of months ago. It was crazy. It was so packed. It was great. Memorable experience for a lot of younger people. It was really neat to see collaboration of music lovers in our store. So that brought not only eyeballs to our store and more rentals in the future, but uh, just another group of passionate people for music, another venue here in McMinnville. Now they've started doing shows in other places as well. So we started talking about another show. We're going to do one on Halloween. I would like to set up a haunted house in the parking lot as well. I thought it would be cool to have a haunted house and end at a punk show. How cool would that be? So,
Nice.
still working on the logistics of that, getting that set up and the people to help us with that. But I always dream big, and we always make something happen out of that. So I'm very excited about that. Another huge event we have coming up is on the 18th of October. That's International Independent Video Store Day. It's actually a thing. And that's the day we decided to celebrate our 40-year anniversary for entertaining McMinnvillites. So that's a big milestone. So we're going to have some tie-dye stuff out there. We'll do our pumpkin painting contest that we always do every year, followed by the smashing of the pumpkins we do the weekend after. And then the racks of movies out there. And my sister will be selling baked goods, and my mom will have stuff out there for sale. And we're just going to have a fun time letting people know that we're still alive. We're still here.
Yes. I love it, man. I love the fact that you're diversifying in that way too, because I feel as though there's so many people in McMinnville that still, in surrounding areas, that still don't even know that there's a video store around, so to get the word out in different avenues, whether it be music or event nights. I think my mom even posted in the comments here, she said comedy nights and trivia nights too.
Right. We did comedy for a while. We might bring that back another time. Trivia nights we do once a month. Dread Richard from the gallery makes up the questions. He's a great guy. He also does comedy himself. He makes up all the questions. He comes in and he brought up the idea and was like, okay, we did comedy for a while. Let's try some trivia. And we pretty much sold out every single show. So doing movie trivia in a video store, how cool is that? First of all, and then every month we do a different genre. So we've done, dad movies on around Father's Day, and our next one is horror movies for the Halloween season, and we just did fantasy movies last month. So we're seeing new people come in and different groups come in. You can 2 to 8 people teams, and sometimes we get stragglers come in and we put them with another team, and it always works out. The best part about it is, for me, looking back behind the counter and seeing the sea of people smiling and mingling, people who don't even know each other, or people who are sure they know the answer, and just the laughter that goes, seeing the magic in front of me, just knowing that I'm doing something right here. It's a beautiful thing.
I love that. You got a lot of passion in what you do, man. And to be doing something like that in a community like McMinnville, I think it is so necessary to have places that aren't wine tasting, that aren't, it's like something fun for people to go and experience, and for you to take the video store and bring people in as a collective, not only for the events, but to be able to showcase their products too. I mean, my hat's off to you, because you're keeping something beautiful alive, and it's
Thank
not
you.
an easy thing.
It is not.
Let's see. Tracy Ward says all the events he does, and popcorn, dinner, beer, etc. Yep, absolutely. Kayla Coffee Studios in the house. Hello, baby. That's my girl.
All right.
She says, love nostalgia. You and I both. Even talking about this, it's like I can smell the popcorn and feel that feeling. It really does just take you right back. Let's see. Tracy Ward says, I've been a winner in the early years. She took 3rd place. I think she's talking about the video, the Alien Video Fest.
Yes. Doing the Sci-Fi Film Festival has brought a lot of collaboration. I've met a lot of cool people working with that, and Tracy was one of them. One of the first times I worked with Tracy, she sent me a haunting video of sorts, Lafayette hunting or something like this, and we put it on there, and that's when I first met her and realized what a cool person. She's outgoing and wants to do fun things and has a dreamer's mind, dreaming big, and I just thought that was really great. And so that opened the doors to another project I worked with her
Ye-
on for sure.
Yes, yes, and we are definitely going to get into that because we have so many people that were involved in the comments, that were involved with that project.
Cool.
Ish is out here. She says, "Martin
Ish.
Solano rocks." Let's give Ish one of these. Welcome in, Ish. And we love her too. Jeremiah Brophy Martin. He says,
Jeremiah.
yeah, what up, Jeremiah? We'll give you one of those too.
Hi,
Everybody's getting
Brophy,
them,
baby. That guy is incredible.
right? He says, Martin, looking good. Nice to see you on the pod. Let's see. Jeremiah also says, Real Hollywood Video is the best. Been a big fan of your business for years.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and pivot because there are so many people that are watching right now that were involved in a huge endeavor. I mean, so many people came on board to make Tracy Ward's My Mother's vision of Metropolis come to life. And I know because we've sat down, my mom and I sat down and talked at length of how impossible that looked and felt without the help of so many. And you played such a big role in making everything come together and come together beautifully. So let's talk about Metropolis.
Well, thank you very much for the props on that. I feel yes, I did contribute a lot of my time and heart, but there were so many people, including yourself, who put so much time and effort and love into this. And why? Because we love Tracy. So many people I talked to beating their heads against the wall. I mean, it wasn't an easy task. She came up to me one day and she said, because we have prior rapport, and she says, Martin, I'm thinking about, she told me her idea with Metropolis, the musical. I thought, the old sci-fi, black and white Metropolis, the infamous sci-fi movie. I'm about sci-fi, you know?
Yeah.
So what is this you're talking about? And she said she wanted to make it a musical. I was like, well, musicals are really popular. So yeah, I guess that I don't really see that as a musical, but you can make anything into a musical, I suppose. What would you like from me? How can I help this dream come to fruition? And she said that, well, I know a lot of people and I always help people help people.
Yes.
The collaborator, the facilitator. And since I do video work too, she said, maybe you can help me edit the movie to fit it to our narrative. Maybe you could help me out with some props. And she started listing all these little things that I might be able to help her. And my wheels were turning immediately. I'm like, props. I know a new place that just opened up, a great maker space, AZBL, Astro Zombie Biolabs. Shout out to Matt in McMinnville. That's such a great place. I hope it grows more.
Shout out, Matt.
You helped us immensely on this project. And I knew some other folks from the video store. Rocky Smith, a great creator. He always brought me fun things that he made, creatures, and he just loved making garb for all sorts of stuff. So I knew that I wanted him on board because he was a creator maker. Another family member of mine, Michael Brink, Mitch. Mitch did a lot of painting, sculpture stuff for the video store for years, being a family member and another passion of that. And I thought, oh, I get him on board with this and we can make some magic. Not just the people I knew, but the things that I could do with the video. I'm like, well, wouldn't that be cool on this scene if we just did this? Or what are we going to do when the song's going on? What should we have in the background pause? Because we wanted to incorporate video with the play production. A lot of people were like, well, how do you expect to do that? That ain't going to work. So that was a challenge, not only to convince people that we could make this work, but to actually bring it to fruition. And so that brought a lot of complicated things. Metropolis was done in such a quick amount of time with very little preparation. But one of the things your mom said to me that stuck with me, because I'm always so busy and I don't have time to do this and I make time to do that. She says, Tracy Ward, she says, if you want something done, ask somebody who's busy. And I was like, that's pretty spot on. Here I am trying to make this work and I got a business I got family stuff I got going on. I got my own kids. I got cars, this and everything going on. And Metropolis took so much of my time, but I loved it. I loved having those thoughts at night. You know what we could do on this, and going in the backyard the next day and starting to build something and get an idea. You know what we could do with this, and um, she kind of gave me the opportunity to take care of the Mad Science Lab. So a lot of the props in that, and some of the other props throughout the play. Um, you know, when she brought up you, I was a little weary. When she says, "Oh, my son's gonna write some songs for the," I'm like, "Your son's gonna write songs?" I thought about it overnight, and I thought, you know what? If my son was a songwriter and I was doing something, you bet your ass I would incorporate him to be in this too.
Yeah.
But then I heard the stuff that you brought to the table, and wow, it wowed me to this day. I love going back and listening to some of those songs.
Wow.
But it wasn't just the songs; it was what the actors and the singers brought to it. And help change and make it their own and make it fit the story. So to see that magic happen from something you created, and then right before production, we're there, and you were there personally, coaching and helping like people like Ish and other great singers to help them make this song better, or have them do this in the background. It was imperative. It changed it tenfold, and it was exactly what the show needed. You were a crucial part of that. So many great people I met, and people I knew in town that I didn't know could sing.
Right.
Your uncle, your aunt, your uncle is a great actor, by the way. Holy cow, he blew me away. Wow,
Yeah.
Jeff,
Shout
cool
out,
dude,
Jeff.
and what an actor. I mean,
Yeah.
he missed a calling there, I'm sure. I mean, he still has time, right?
Right.
And your aunt, Terry, with her set design. Early in preparations, we were talking about, okay, we can make the set look like this. And just her models alone were in awe to me. I was like, wow, this looks incredible. And to see it come into fruition on the stage, not only impressed, but wow, it blew me away. So your mom, with the story of creating this dialogue where there is no lyrics, creating music to fit it in to help tell the story more. It was a collaboration of so many artists to put in so much time so quickly. It was very stressful. I wish we had more time, but you'd always want more time. No matter how much time you had, you'd always want, because us artists are perfectionists and there's always better we can do. But with this one, I feel for sure, definitely more could have been done. More preparation would have been better. But ultimately, what a trip. What an experience. What a beautiful piece of art that we created. Your mom's vision to help come into fruition was something I was proud to be a part of. And so thank you for her giving me props for being so big of a part of it. But it wasn't just me. There were so many people who dedicated so much of their time, their effort, their mind, their sacrifices in their life and their jobs to make this come into reality. And being at the Elsinore was pretty badass.
That's pretty cool.
That helped the whole icing on the cake for sure.
Absolutely. I want to give you one of those. Come on.
And Lars, let's not forget Lars. Holy cow. Oh man, this guy worked all day long, 10, 12-hour days, came home beat, and he's like, okay, I got to drive to the theater and help run backstage and do this and run these errands. What a trooper. I mean, impressive guy that guy is. Lars,
Yes.
props to you, buddy. Holy cow.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I just feel as though, like you said, it was such a collaborative effort and everybody played such a crucial role in making what she had envisioned come to life.
For sure.
And then it was in such a grand scale. Like I never in my wildest, I'm sitting here, I got my little music studio sitting over there and I'm sitting there and I'm plugging away and I'm singing into the microphones and then sending it off to her and getting her feedback. And we had this back and forth. But when I get to the Elsinore, which is just this incredible theater, just over the top, beautiful, so rich in history and it's so meticulously kept. And we get there and I get to see how many boots are on the ground and everybody's strapped up and ready to take on the jellies. Like it was not just one of those people are kind of moseying and everybody was so on point and everybody was so excited to have this vision come to life.
Right.
And yeah, to see my music live on the stage, to see how you guys set up the projector for Metropolis to be playing in the background, and then the cut scenes, like you had said, where there wasn't dialogue to add in the dialogue, and then all these people on stage acting out the show, and the lighting, and I mean, it was just like, I was just overwhelmed with how impressed I was that this many people I mean, I never doubt that my mom doesn't have people backing her. Like she is that human being.
Yeah.
But to see it in motion, and then all of these people collectively putting in so much time and effort, with yourself included, and seeing it come to fruition was just an awe-striking moment. And then after the fact, everybody in that hotel room giving their toast, having the celebration of holy
Yeah.
shit,
Right.
we did
Right.
it.
Well, it was a piece of nostalgia of history,
Mm.
and we just contributed to it. Your mom with the dialogue and the story, us with sharing what parts of video to show and what parts of play to be had, and then the music. Wow! It just we. I think we did the movie justice in taking it to another level, because it was it set a high ranking in its time for sci-fi for sure. Uh, and so to even touch base with that was a pretty cool thing to be a part of for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you were such a crucial role, and she leaned on you so much, along with many others, but she just, she speaks very highly of you in so many regards, and she loves you so much. And she's there in the comments. She's like, "Love you, Martin, forever."
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have a pretty cool family, my friend. I mean, holy cow, you are pretty damn blessed.
Mm.
Wow, you've made a good thing out of yourself here. You do such a variety of things. This podcast is just a little part of your journey that you're sharing with all of us. But not only the music from Metropolis, but that got me thinking actually with listening to the music that you created in Metropolis. There's another calling for you in the movie industry, I think, to help do music. I mean, you have that feel for the scene, not only with the dialogue, but the music, the the feel that goes with it. It's there when you listen to it. And man, kudos to you for sure.
Thank you
Applaud!
so much.
Woo!
Yeah.
I got my own applaud button.
Yeah. Thank you for that, man. Yeah, I feel as though all the years of music and production and everything that I've done has kind of boiled down to this. And I've always enjoyed helping people in one way or another. And, if I can bring more people into your business and help with the film projects and the events that you're throwing, or whatever it may be, like that, this is my calling right here. This is what it all boils down to.
Right.
And the music I can play in the beginning, I made the music for the intro of this, and I wouldn't know how to market myself for things like that. So just to have this medium where I can help people and connect people to whatever it is that they need, with individuals like you, having that network of individuals where you're like, oh, I need to reach out to so-and-so because they do this, and bringing them into the project, and being able to culminate a beautiful network of individuals that are working towards one goal. That's
Right.
what we're doing here at People Helping People.
Right, man, exactly. And you're doing a great job of it. I try to do that regularly myself, of being a facilitator of people. I went to go pick up a camera at MCM to do some camera work for somebody, and I ran into a lady there who was coming out of a show. I go, "What kind of show are you doing?" She says, "Well, I do like palm reading and card reading and such." I go, "Well, that's kind of neat." She says, "I'm looking for somebody who knows crystals, things about." I go, "I just happened to talk to one of my customers about crystals yesterday. She does Reiki also, and so I linked them together. So maybe they'll have her on her show, or maybe they'll collaborate or something." But it's little things like that. I get people. My son wants to be in to do movies. Where do you think you should start? I said, "Well, there's a film club here in McMinnville on Saturdays. Go to MCM. sign him up. And now he's working on a movie project with somebody. So it's all about connecting people to other people. And if I'm a hub for that, great. Bring them
Yes.
on. Bring on the questions, because I do know a lot of people, whether it be in music or movies or just in general.
Yeah.
Like you said, all your background brought you where you are today. And I feel
Mm.
that way a lot. Working in the movie industry, working in the theater, being a bartender for years, listening to people, finding out those nuances. That's one of my favorite things of being at the video store is having them come in and helping them find the right movie for that evening. Whom are we entertaining tonight? Are you by yourself? What kind of mood are you in? Is grandma going to be in the room? Do we have a 6-year-old in the room? So we got to watch our P's and Q's on that kind of movie. So you usually get a horror, but today we're looking for something more family friendly. So to fill out those things, you get with working with people for a while, and you pick up those little nuances to find that right movie. I have customers come in to this day going, "Okay, Martin, what am I watching today?" Because they know I know them so well, and if I got something new that, oh, I think Joe Schmo would like this movie, I can't wait for them to come in so I can recommend it to them. Uh, I love that feel that I guess they give me the okay to come into their lives, the
Mm.
acceptance of trust, and that's a beautiful thing to be able to share with others. So yeah, I just gotta keep trying to facilitate connecting people
I love
or
that.
finding their right entertainment, and do whatever I can to keep the doors open.
Yeah. I love that, man. I really do. And anybody in the McMinnville area, just pop into the store. Pop into the store, show some love. If Martin's got events that are happening, check out the website. Go talk with him in person. If you have products or anything that you want some placement, or if you want to be involved in the Alien Festival, or there's so many avenues and ways that Martin's doing great things in the community, and I just feel as though somebody like you in a place like McMinnville is just a special, special thing. And I'm so thankful and so happy that you and my ma got intertwined. And then we sit
Yeah,
here
I'm very lucky.
today. Yes. And I want to talk about the entrepreneurial side of your life too, though. And I always like to ask my guests, if they could go back, to when they first started becoming an entrepreneur. And for a lot of us, it's when we were children, right? So maybe when business really started, if you could go back and give yourself some words of advice as an entrepreneur, with some of the mistakes that were made along the way, what would you say to your younger entrepreneurial self? It's a
I'd
big question.
say you are the only thing holding yourself back.
Ooh,
Those dreams and visions that you have, go full force. And your mom brought that to my attention even more. Dream huge. Don't go over 100%,
mhm,
because that passion will come through in the end result. Um, Everybody wants to be their own boss. Nobody likes to be bossed around. And, the idea of having your own business is a beautiful thing, especially at first. Um, there are many days where I wish I could just punch out a 9 to 5. Let me have my weekend. Let me clock out, and not have to worry about the film festival entries. Not have to worry about what's coming out this week or the paperwork I have to do, or uh, all the things that go with running a business. 24/7 is what it requires, and it's a lot of work. And you don't get that paycheck. You make your check.
mm,
Uh, so I would say to myself, I was looking back. I was only held back from doubting myself. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, that seems like a little. I don't even know how to go about doing something like that. Well, you make it up as you go. It's like having kids. I was scared to death when I had my kids. I was a young parent. I don't know how to raise a child. You make it up every day, and you go forward with that goal, and you make it freaking happen. And if you surround yourself with people like-minded, with passion about what you're doing,
mm,
it will come into fruition. It will just come into fruition because the passion is there.
mm.
So yeah, I tell myself, dream big. Only you stop you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said. Martin Solano, God dang. We love you, brother. And, before we go, is there anything else that you'd like to leave with the people?
Oh, get yourself a Blu-ray player and rent physical media. It's important to keep it alive.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, go see our brother Martin Solano at the Real Hollywood Video in McMinnville. And just even if it's just to come in and spark a conversation and see all the things that he has presented to the community there, and get to talking, ask him what you should watch because he is that guy. So, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on to the show. And it's other than the realhollywoodvideo.com, is there any other way that people can reach out to you or get in touch with you?
No, RHVMAC. That's Real Hollywood Video McMinnville. Come check us out or drop us a line there. Or, if you're around, stop on by. We'd love to talk with you about movies or whatever else you got going on. Maybe we can introduce you to meet some cool people like this guy right here. Thank you again for having me on your show, Alex. You are a talented individual, and I am honored to be a part of your show today.
Well, thank you so much, and we feel the same. I love that. I love to have you on, and I love the conversation. And if there's any way in the future that we can support you, if you have events or anything coming up, and you'd like to come on and discuss it with us, I'm a phone call away or a Facebook message or whatever. You hit me up and you let me know. We're here to support you. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you,
ladies and gentlemen. Martin Solano.
Have a good night.
How can you not love Martin? Come on. What a great interview. What an incredible guy. And he was just really such a driving force in helping my mother to put together Metropolis. And he was the calm to everybody's storm because like he said, I mean, that whole endeavor, they did it in such a record period of time to go from concept to planning to, bringing all these people together to actually having people on stage performing the show. And it was really incredible. And Martin played such a big role in that. My ma just, we just love you, Martin. You're a part of the family. And we thank you for everything that you do for us. And thank you for everything you do for the community. What a great interview. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. That was so great. And they have the Halloween party coming up at the end of the month. And then I put in the comments, you guys, everything that you can check out with Martin there. Let's see, before we get going, ladies and gentlemen, we have some people supporting us. We have some people involved with People Helping People, and I could not go on without showing them some love. So let me go ahead and dive into our sponsors for tonight's show. Give me just a moment here. Let me pull that up. Let me bring this down. Okay. So tonight's show of People Helping People is sponsored by Mike Silkowski. He's your local partner in getting your message in front of the right people. Mike specializes in helping businesses right here in Southern Arizona reach their ideal customers through TV and streaming services. He's not just sponsoring this Chapter 2 of People Helping People. He's building partnerships. And he doesn't succeed unless you do. So if you're ready to grow your business with someone who's invested in your success, call Mike directly at 515-305-5311. Again, that's 515-305-5311. Thank you so much for being a sponsor of the show, Mike. And Mike he's the guy to get you in front of the right people. So if you own a business of any kind here in Tucson, Arizona, call him. Call him and see what he can do for you. I promise you it will be a meaningful and impactful conversation. And we're so happy to be represented. Sorry, I'm trying to read and talk here. We are so happy to represent Mike Silkowski. So give him a buzz. This episode is also sponsored by T-Town Boxing, Tucson's home for boxing, kickboxing, and recovery classes for all ages. T-Town Boxing isn't just a gym, it's a community where you can build confidence, discipline, and lifelong skills. Whether you're stepping into the ring for the first time or sharpening your technique, From kids to adults, beginners to experienced fighters, T-Town Boxing offers a space to grow, train, and challenge yourself. So if you're ready to push your limits and join an amazing community, reach out to T-Town Boxing on Instagram at instagram.com/T-Town Boxing or their website, boxingtucson.com. Again, that's instagram.com/T-Town Boxing or their website, boxingtucson.com. And Jake Wilson over there, the owner of T-Town Boxing, he has been on this podcast a few times, and we dove deep into his story. We dove deep into why T-Town Boxing is so important to him, and boxing has saved his life so many times that he wanted to be able to give that to other kids, teens, adults, because it is such a meaningful thing to him and has brought him so much structure and love in life. So go to T-Town Boxing if you want to get a good workout. And Jake Wilson, we love you over there. Shout out. Such a proud representative of those guys. But ladies and gentlemen, we have raised over $1,200 for kids to go to Camp AZDA. Come on. Come on. We have a bunch of bids on our artwork, and we have, let me take a look. I'm on the website right now, and you can check it out too. peoplehelpingpeoplelive.betterworld.org. Our auction is on there. There's also a donation campaign if you guys would like to donate to help us sponsor kids to go to Camp AZDA. That's kids with type 1 diabetes that have a week-long camp, and that camp is all kids with type 1 diabetes. And the camp counselors are type 1 diabetics. The medical staff are type 1 diabetics. So it gives them a place to not be alone. It shows them that it's okay to be a diabetic, and there are things that you can do because you're told everything you cannot do being a diabetic. So this is a life-altering event for these kids, and being a type 1 diabetic myself, it's near and dear to my heart because I know how lonely the disease can be, God dang it. So it's a beautiful thing, and we have artwork from so many incredible artists over there, and we are raising so much, and I'm just so grateful. The auction itself has how many days left? The auction itself, before we do our live marathon stream, which will be the closing of Chapter 2, the bidding ends September 29th at 4 p.m. Or it says 5 p.m. I got to change that. But it'll be at 4 p.m. because at 4 p.m. we go live to close out Chapter 2, and it'll be another marathon stream. So I am really looking forward to that. That means we start at 4 p.m. and we go until we're done. So it may be 6 hours, it may be 8 hours, it may be 10 hours, who knows. But we're going to have another marathon stream just like we did at the end of our 30 by 30. And I will have a lot of the pieces like this one behind me. I wish I could get this to focus. Hold on, let me see. Okay, too much work. But the piece behind me is by world-renowned artist Nick Boltman. And this piece is estimated value of $5,000 to $10,000. And the bid on that piece right now is up to $850. So, I mean, you could get a piece if you're in love with this, put it on your wall, know that your money is going to an amazing cause, or you could buy this piece, put a bid on it, and flip it. Make yourself some money. Nick Boltman, he is again, a world-renowned artist. So, yeah, I'm just so grateful. I just sit here with gratitude and love for all of you for being a part of People Helping People. And I thank everybody that's come on to the show, all of our incredible guests that are giving their insight, their wisdom, their knowledge. And we are building out an incredible web of individuals to be able to connect people to people. So this one's for you guys. I love you guys. And I really do my best to not get choked up in almost every single stream because of the amount of gratitude that I feel, the amount of love and support that we've had through this journey, through this endeavor, and it's just the beginning. We're just scratching the surface. So I thank you guys. And thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of People Helping People. But before we go, I'm going to dive into the comments real quick and see if I missed anybody out there. Kayla Coffee Studios, go follow her. She's an incredible artist. That is my girlfriend. Her art studio is here in the garage. She's so amazing. She has 2 incredible pieces of art on the auction as well. Angela Coffee, we see you out there. She says, People Helping People is my favorite podcast. That means so much. Thank you. Rich the legend, he's out here. He says, have a good night, Martin. Sorry we missed that, Rich, but Martin, I'm sure will hear you. He'll watch this back. Kayla Coffee Studio says, Martin, I want to go to the store. We got to book another trip ASAP. Yeah, we were just in Oregon, and we were... It was a very incredible... I'm glad that we got to make it for my sister's wedding. But man, were we consistently on a time crunch. It was get there, do this, help do that, and we just were going. So we had no time to really unplug for a moment and enjoy the things like the Real Hollywood video. So next time we come to Oregon, Martin, we will see you. Angela Coffee says, loved it. Rich says, you need to give yourself a pat on the back for this great show you put on and all the people you're helping. God dang it. Rich, right in the feels, man. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Yeah, just so appreciative. You guys, thank you so much for tuning into this episode. This is episode 23 of Chapter 2. We are cruising up on 80 shows that we've done so far. And it's just the beginning. This is not stopping. We're continuing. Chapter 3 is right around the corner. Our marathon stream is right around the corner. We have some beautiful things happening for Chapter 3. We're going to be doing some more good in the community. So you all stay tuned, and thank you for joining this episode of People Helping People. Deuces.
Yeah. What's everybody fighting for? Why can't people help people? That's the question.